This is Hatim Rampurawala, and in this video we will revise essay 200. We will revise the question bank uh, each for every essays. So we will begin with essay 200. Uh, let's start. Essay 200. The name of the essay is Overall Objective of the Independent Audit and Conduct of an Audit in accordance with the Standard of Auditing. So, let's start with the first question. Discuss with reference to the essay. The auditor is responsible for maintaining an attitude of professional skepticism throughout the audit. Do you agree with this statement? So, that just asks that the auditor has to, throughout the audit, he has to maintain the professional skepticism. This is correct because what professional skepticism says, being alert to any condition, and the auditor has to keep a questioning mind while conducting an audit. So uh, the conclusion would be yes, he has to maintain an attitude of professional skepticism. Now let's see the answer. Professional skepticism. First point, essay 200, overall objective of an independent audit and conduct of an audit in accordance with essay requires that an auditor shall plan and perform an audit with the professional skepticism. Okay, the meaning of the professional skepticism and attitude. This is the meaning. If they have asks any question in which we have to link the professional skepticism, we should write the definition or as such meaning of the professional skepticism and attitude that include a questioning mind being alert to the condition which may indicate a possible misstatement due to the error or the fraud, and a critical assessment of an audit evidence. Okay, professional skepticism reduces the risk of three things. First, overlooking unusual circumstances. So if we have a professional attitude of professional skepticism, means being alert to the condition and a questioning mind as such, so it will reduce what they are given. Professional skepticism reduces the risk of overlooking, so we don't have to look unnecessarily again and again. Overlooking, it reduces the risk of overlooking. Then overgeneralizing when drawing the conclusion from the audit, where it helps in reducing the risk of overgeneralizing and using inappropriate assumptions in defining nature, timing and extent. So by chance an auditor might determine wrong nature, timing and extent, but if he had a proper he had applied professional skepticism, that is he'd been alert and questioning mind, based on that there are risks that it reduces the risk of inappropriate using inappropriate assumptions for determining the nature, timing and extent of audit procedure and evaluating the results thereof. Then fourth point is professional skepticism includes being alert to first contradictory audit evidence. So it states that professional skepticism includes being alert to, means auditor being alert in the following situation, that contradictory audit evidence, when he finds a contradictory audit evidence, he had to question that why the evidence are different, the one which he had obtained earlier or which he obtained at a later stage are different or from different authority. If he tried to obtain the same thing and if he found the different audit evidence, then questioning on the reliability of the document, then he had to question the reliability whether they are obtained from the reliable source. So first was contradictory audit evidence. He has to alert to contradictory audit evidence, questioning on the reliability of the document, condition indicating the possibility of the fraud. He had to always keep in mind that there may be condition that indicates the possibility of the fraud. Then circumstances suggesting the need for the audit procedure in addition to those suggested in essay. Then he had to also keep in mind that whether there are any uh, circumstances suggesting the need, that whether there is any circumstances which is suggesting that he should perform the further or additional audit procedure, needs for the audit procedure in addition to those mentioned in essay. So the one which procedure are mentioned in essay, apart from that he had to perform certain further audit procedure to obtain the specific information that he had to keep in mind. So he had to being alert in four cases: contradictory audit evidence, questioning the reliability of the document, condition indicating possibility of the fraud, and he had to also alert to the condition suggesting the need for the audit procedure in addition to those suggested in essay. So we are done. So we'll quickly go through what 4 points we studied in this. First was the objective, that this essay requires an auditor to plan and perform an audit with professional practice, that he has to use professional practices. Then we had seen the meaning. Then professional practicism reduces the risk of three things: overlooking, over generalizing, and using inappropriate assumptions in determining nature, timing, and extent. And he has to being alert to the following four conditions. Okay, now we move on to the second question. An opinion expressed by the auditor is neither an assurance as to the future viability of the enterprise, nor an efficiency or effectiveness with which the management has conducted the affairs of the enterprise. What they state is, okay, the opinion expressed by the auditor is neither an assurance as to the future viability of the enterprise, nor the efficiency or the effectiveness. Hmm. So they had said that auditor, the opinion of an auditor neither is an assurance as to the enterprise. So it is correct. They have not asked whether it is correct or not, but yeah, it does not ensure future viability because it is just a reasonable assurance, not an absolute assurance. So we'll go through the answer. Auditor's responsibility in expressing an opinion. Essay 200. Overall objective of an independent audit and conduct of an audit in accordance with standard of an auditing. Just the name states that in conducting an audit of the financial statement, auditor is required to express an opinion whether the financial statement are prepared in all material respect in accordance with applicable financial reporting framework. So what they state that SA 200's main objective is he has that auditors it states that in conducting an audit of the financial statement, auditor has to express an opinion that whether the financial statement have been prepared in accordance with an applicable financial reporting framework. Here to ensure that he has to state in his report that whether they are prepared on as per applicable FRF or not. Then opinion expressed by the auditor is common to all the audits of the financial statement. It is common to all the audits of the financial statement. Then for the purpose of expressing an opinion, he is required to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. So he had to obtain for expressing an opinion, he would be needing the sufficient and appropriate audit evidence in his hand. So on the basis of that, he determines that whether the financial statement are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. Then the term reasonable assurance is defined but not an absolute assurance. Okay, so at the end they had concluded that the auditor's opinion therefore does not assures the future viability of the enterprise, nor the efficiency, nor the effectiveness with which the management has conducted the affairs of the enterprise. So if we go through the second answer, it simply stated that first they had said whether it is complying with FRF or not. First point stated. Second point stated that the opinion expressed is common for all the audit. Then third point stated that the for expressing an opinion, he would be requiring an reasonable assurance. He has to obtain the reasonable assurance that the financial statement are free from material misstatement. And fourth point stated that reasonable assurance is a higher level of assurance and not an absolute assurance. And in fifth point, they are just concluded by agreeing to the question which was asked. So with this, we are done with. There were simply two questions. In next video, we will see 210, 220, 230, and so on. Thank you.